reporters, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Let's get into Garcelle Beauvais from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, so do you remember how in one of the last episodes of this season of the show, Kyle brought up an interview that Garcelle did. It appeared on a blog where she was talking about feeling like an outsider amongst the group. Well, Garcelle is still out here, calling these girls out for, their two-faced nature, right? And I'm loving it. I kind of feel like this interview is going to make its way into the new season of the show because remember, they're already filming the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to really maximize all of the Erica drama going around. And Garcelle basically said that these girls are ass kissers when it comes to Erica. Like, they will follow her without even thinking, without anything like that. They are blind followers. And I just know, especially because it's page 6. Page 6 is one of their favorite blogs to reference, that this is going to make it on to the next season. It's too juicy, right? Anyway, this is her exact quote to page 6. She says, and I quote, "I felt like some people were blindly behind her." Her being Erica Jane, of course. And then she also talks about how Andy Cohen really brought it when it came to Erica and the questions at the reunion. And by the way, before we even get to the Andy thing, let me rewind a little bit and say that Garcelle was like, listen, me and Sutton were asking the questions that were natural to ask when it came to all of the stories that Erica was peddling. So I don't know why some of these girls would act like it was shocking that either one of us would ask, certain things. And page 6 also talked about how, Kyle and Crystal and Dorit particularly would share the same concerns that Garcelle and Sutton had, behind Erica's back. But when it came to confronting Erica, they would all be very soft about it and play both sides of the field. Anyway, moving into the Andy Cohen reunion situation, Garcelle says, and I quote, "Andy understood the assignment to a T and he went in. There were tough questions and he didn't back down. But you know what? Erica didn't back down either." So it's nice to know that she can at least say, listen, Erica answered as much as she could as well. Whether or not she believes Erica's answers, that was not asked or anything like that, but I think it's probably 50-50 as it is with every other story that Erica has shared so far. In fact, page 6 asked her, do you have a different view of Erica after the reunion? Her answering all of those hard-hitting questions. All Garcelle said was that, she just feels bad for Erica because it is a horrible thing that she's going through, which is true. Erica's being sued for what, $25 million or something like that. This is also public. It's humiliating. Everyone is against her. So of course it is a horrible thing to go through, but she doesn't answer, about whether or not she feels any differently about Erica and the stories that she's been telling all year. One thing from Garcelle's side though that she finished the interview by saying was that she's still holding out hope for them mending their friendship. She's like, it's not over. And, they really hope that they can rebuild their relationship at this point. Guys, how do you feel about Garcelle calling out all of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills girls for being, kind of two-faced when it comes to Erica and for just blindly following her instead of, asking questions that were genuinely on their minds? Do you think that she was right to do that? Do you think that the Fox 4 Spies is going to use this against her in the, season that they're taping right now of the show? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.